And we're off again. I think this is my last trip to town for a bit. I hope. Holy moly, I'm getting tired of driving. To pick up a surprise. Can't tell you what it is because the recipient is on my channel, and we'll see what it is before she gets it. So this wind is killing my allergies. It's killing my asthma. Should we just storm already so the wind would go away? So I'm going to swing into, well, I don't have to, but I'm going to. Well, I guess today I kind of have to. Swing into Badger Canyon Coffee because I need to break my 20. So what better way to break a $20 bill than to get coffee, right? And then since I'm once again back in town, I'm going to run over to Joann's. So I'll kind of be down that way. Get my last 2 missing threads for the cross stitch project that I'm working on. So I can finish that up. And I really, really need to spend some time cleaning, organizing, etc. Because literally I have 6 weeks until Thanksgiving, 6-7 weeks, whatever it is, to get those 2 rooms done. So I need to get on it because, So I did kind of sort through the stuff that I got yesterday. I think I'm going to bother doing a video just because it's a lot of the craft haul was mostly stamps, a little bit of scrapbook paper, a lot of washi tape, which I guess I gotta figure out. I gotta start using washi because I don't even use what I have. Those shaped scissors. I've already given away a set of those because I didn't use them, don't like them. I'll probably save the stamp one if it's in there this time and then donate the rest. But yeah, I'm gonna go through the stamps, and if there's any in there that I want to keep, I'll go ahead and add them to my collection. Otherwise, I'm going to donate the rest. And no, Sam, you don't need any more stamps. You think you do, but you really don't. I've seen your collection. I gave you your collection. I'm actually working on a couple flat rate boxes of supplies to ship out to a couple new junk journalers that are in a Facebook group that I'm in. So I'll dump some stamps in there for them. Because, you know, we always need stamps. At least, you know, some basic ones. But yeah, so, you know, it was free. I'm not going to complain. And, you know, I went into it knowing that there was likely to be stuff in there that I did need and or want. And it was always the plan to then donate the difference. I've already been connected with one of the people from the group that had wanted some items from it, who lives a couple towns over, and I messaged her on Facebook and let her know that after I go through it, I would let her know what I had left, and her and I would make some arrangements. Her mom is in respite care, I think is what she called. You know, she's recovering from a major surgery, and so she needs things that she can do while in a reclined position. So she's been making cards. So there wasn't a whole lot in there as far as card making supplies other than ink and stamps. But I will definitely offer that up to her. And then of course make arrangements to meet her, you know, somewhere in between her town and mine for the exchange. And then from there, I'm going to post them back into that Buy Nothing group, but not for shipping, because shipping would block stamps. And no, that's way cost prohibitive. That's, you know, unless somebody wants to pay the shipping for it, I'm not shipping out stamps. But I'll meet up with anybody locally, or semi-local. I don't have a problem with that. As far as the stuff from the auction, again, I went into it knowing that, you know, I was going to have a lot of stuff that I didn't necessarily want in order to get the few things that I did. Like, for example, the linen closet lot. I bid on it primarily for the crocheted and embroidered items that I could see sitting up on the shelf. Well, with those items, I also got like 10 towels, 2 sheet sets, which I got to figure out what size they are because there's no tags on any of them. If they're queens, great. If not, I don't know what I'm gonna, you know, they'll just go into my craft room as fabric, I guess. But full sheets, fitted, flat, as well as, you know, 2 pillowcases. Ooh. Snickers latte.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. What are you drinking?
I'm going to do this special, but 24 ounce and iced.
Okay.
Thank you. Lots of different tablecloths. And then there was 2 heating pads and a vaporizer and a knee pad also in that linen closet. Excuse me. I forgot my debit card again. And then as far as the books go, I mean, it was kind of a mix and match of, there was stuff on the shelf I wanted, stuff I didn't. There's a lot of books that I will donate to to the Goodwill here, and some that I'll keep. Like I wanted the children's books, but mixed in with those children's books was a bunch of like business books, real estate books, stuff that it's like, I mean, they'll make good glue books. I'm going to measure them because if the hardcovers are a good size.
Alrighty, $5.25. Thank you.
Husband and his damn sunglasses. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And then here's the quotas.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Almost dropped them. So yeah, I don't really have a need for like real estate books and stuff, especially since they're not aged. I mean, the pages are super white. I guess I shouldn't say I don't have any need. I can use them as glue books. And like I said, if the covers are the right size, I can save them. Woo! Hi, fire truck. I can use them as hard covers for future journals, and covers that I don't have to make is always nice, but that's happened few and far between just because it's hard to find a book cover that's the right size. I do have a lot that I know are smaller than my typical 6x9, which I'm okay with. It's filling the bigger ones that person behind me damn near rear-ended me to pull over because they weren't paying attention. Moved over into the left-hand lane with a fire truck coming at us. She slams on her brakes and pulls up right behind me. Damn near bumpered me. But yeah, I mean, I've got a lot of books already that serve that purpose, so I don't know. I really need to do an inventory at this point, I think, because I still have a box of books, possibly even 2 boxes out in my garage that haven't even made it into the house yet because my shelves are still full. So I really need to do an inventory, figure out what I have, what I really want to keep, and what I need to just donate as far as the books go. And I bought two lots of books. One was from the upstairs office, which again had a bunch of the real estate ones and like pricing guides for antique furniture and stuff like that. But downstairs in the kitchen there was another lot that they were selling that may have been they may have been put together by the auction house, because it seems odd to me. I mean, these are not books that I would normally store together. So I suspect that the auction house put them together in order to get rid of the cookbooks, because the cookbooks don't generally sell well. I mean, in the digital age, if you want a recipe, just look it up. So it seems like, at least what I've noticed in previous auctions, is the lots that were just cookbooks or primarily cookbooks aren't purchased. So I suspect they put all the pictorial books about Washington, Oregon, the Pacific Northwest, the maps, they put all of that with the cookbooks in the kitchen. So in order to get those books that I wanted, I ended up with a bunch of cookbooks that I don't want. So again, those will be donated. Just need to box them up. Ooh, I feel a sneeze coming on. The Snickers latte is always so good. I knew it was coming. I could feel it. See, he cleaned the truck out. He even threw away like all of my napkins, which I keep in here so that I could blow my bloody nose. I appreciate that he cleaned my truck out, but he didn't ask me anything. I didn't even know he was doing it. I thought he was cleaning, and then after the fact, I thought he cleaned it out so that it would be clean for him to take camping, only to discover that that was not his plan. But he threw away a bunch of stuff that I didn't want thrown away. To blow my nose right now. Let's see, I'm trying to think which road's going to be the best. I think it's going to be this one. Craft Warehouse and get my threads, since it's actually going to be closer to where I'm at than Joann's. Yeah, and Joann's used to be convenient as well, and now that they moved over into the mall, it's not so convenient. In fact, it used to be right there on that main road that I just turned off of, and now it's out of the way and in the mall, and I have to go through their parking lot where it used to just be a quick turn in. So, and Craft Warehouse is just like in that little shopping center that I just passed. Let's see, where can I park? Where? So right here to the left is our Justice Center, our jail, courthouse is all in there. A little further down is our health department. Right back. All right, surprise in hand. Time to run over to Craft Warehouse, get my 2 pieces of embroidery floss. At least I have cash today, so I won't have to run my card for $1.24 like I did last time. And then I can head home to get it. So go. So hubby and I went to a new Mongolian grill last night because our favorite one closed down and is now a sad excuse, in my opinion, for an Asian market. Like, what Asian market doesn't carry bok choy? You know, and that was what I was specifically there, like, I was running around town looking for. And, you know, I figured an Asian market would be the best place to find it. No. I found it at Walmart. But anyway, but yeah, Mongolian sounded really good last night for dinner, so I had to get online and try to find another one. And I was like, we didn't really want to drive all the way to Pasco because that's a long, you know, it's 35 minutes just to, you know, so that's a long drive just for dinner. So we tried out a new place. There's not a new place, it was new to us in Kennewick, and it was pretty good. Their spicy sauce is house made, and normally at the Pasco grill, always do a medium hot, and so that was what I did here, and my mouth was on fire, my belly was on fire. I'm like, okay, so for them, I need to remember to do mild, not medium. But it was pretty good. And I have leftovers, so that's what I'll have for lunch today. Alright, so I'm going to pause you. And I'm going to run into Craft Warehouse, grab my embroidery floss. I was thinking I'd run to the dollar store, but since I don't have my debit card, I guess I will not be doing that today. But yeah, I'll be back. Trying to figure out what that guy's doing. He's just kind of like randomly wandering through the parking lot, but his head is down. He's not really watching where he's going. He's already almost walked into a couple parked cars. See, and he just spins around, coming back this way. He almost ran into a parked car again. Seatbelt was stuck in my door. I didn't realize it. I like shifted in my seat and my seatbelt released from the door and slapped me. So straight ahead of us is the Justice Center. So the big brown and white building is the new administration building. Off to the right is the courthouse, and on the straight ahead of that brown and white building is the jail. That you can't see because it's behind the building. I have a spot on my leg. You know, I get caught in this circle of, you know, brain. Where like when the nerves activate in my legs, my brain interprets it as an itch. And so that I start scratching it, and it's a scratch that can't be satisfied because it's not an itch. It's an itch that can't be satisfied because it's not an itch. It's the nerves tingling. And it's such a hard, I mean, it takes a lot of brain power and a lot of concentration to resist the urge to scratch it. Because, you know, intellectually, I know it doesn't do any good to scratch it because it's not a true itch. But it's instinct, right? When something itches, that you scratch it. And so I have to make a conscious effort to not scratch an itch that's not an itch. To those that don't experience that, it probably seems strange, but anybody with any kind of nerve damage would definitely understand what I'm talking about. It probably, I mean, I don't know for certain, but I would imagine that it runs in the same, you know, kind of in the same family as like phantom nerve pains, like, you know, for amputees, you know, who, even though they are missing a limb, still feel the limb there, which I definitely know what that, unfortunately, and oddly, I know what that feels like. I experienced it when I had to have a cyst removed on my hand, and they numbed my arm from my shoulder down. And it was the strangest thing to be like looking at my hand, and my brain was saying my fingers were moving, but my fingers weren't moving. But it was like I could feel them moving, but they weren't moving. It was the strangest thing. But it definitely was like, oh, it's all right lane closed. No wonder. Okay. Stupid road construction. It definitely gave me some understanding into, like, you know, what amputees go through. You know, I do have to move over, truck. Thank you. I didn't realize that lane was closed. Oops. It was a good insight too into like the power of the human brain. I mean, the brain fascinates me anyway. Always has. That's why I went into, you know, the field that I did. It's the reason I studied a bunch of extra psychology classes, even though I didn't have to do them for my degree program. I find the human brain fascinating in so many aspects. The way it protects itself, the way it splits personalities in order to provide that protection, the way it stores and, you know, sorts and stores memory, the parasympathetic stuff. I mean, just all of it fascinates me. So to have experienced that sensation of my brain saying that my fingers were moving, because I was thinking it. I was consciously trying to move my fingers. And so as a result of that, my brain triggered the response saying that my fingers were moving when they really weren't. And I could feel, like I said, I could feel them moving, but I was staring right at them, so I knew they weren't. And it's just, the brain is an amazing, 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 amazing organ in the human body. Never ceases to amaze me. I kind of feel like the brain is like our ocean. You know, when you think about planet Earth, how much of the ocean has actually been explored is so minuscule in comparison to the size. And I feel our brain, the human brain, is the same way. Every time we think we know, we don't. We learn that we don't. You know, it's like, whoa, we had a breakthrough, we learned something, and then we discover that all that did was, you know, we learned a little bit, but it opened up a whole other stuff of unknown that we didn't even know we didn't know until we just discovered we didn't know it. I'm like, yeah. Hopefully, this is the last time I have to come into town for a while. So my legs are paying the price. I think I've been going non-stop since fair, it seems. Definitely use some time to just like bleh. That's the funny thing too, is like normal, I don't know, I guess it's an indicator of where I'm at mentally, that, you know, it's bonus time. And I have no desire to go shopping. Could be out spending all kinds of money. Of course, it doesn't help that I keep forgetting my debit card at home on the counter, but you know, still, I'm like, eh. I just don't feel like shopping. I don't feel like doing anything. I like sitting at home, not peopling. It doesn't help that my pain level's up right now either, and you know, hampering that desire to go out and do much of anything. I'm like, you know, is there anything that I want right now that I can't buy online? Not really. Not really. In fact, I need to get on and do an Amazon order. Order some more coffee for the house. Go through the wish list on Amazon, see if there's anything on there that's been on there for a long time, just waiting for the money to be available. Maybe we'll see if the pizza oven for our grill, see if it's back in stock or not. It's been out of stock for a long time. grill, but it doesn't cook it right. Like, it always seems to either, burn in the center and then it gets stuck to the stone, or it just, yeah. But there is an attachment that you put on the grill, and it actually is, it's a pizza oven that sits inside the grill. So it works like an actual oven. But it's been out of stock for quite a long time. To see if it's, what you doing, dude? I'm going left. No, it's an illegal left there. Crossing a double yellow. Slept in this morning, so it wasn't until I got to town that I remembered, oh yeah, did take my blood sugar this morning. It's because I turned off my 8 o'clock alarm. I must have turned off my 9:30 alarm. I don't remember it going off at all. And then the 11:15 went off to say, hey, time to head to town. And that was the one that got me out of bed. So yeah, I got up, got dressed, left the house. I'm like, oh, coffee going in. Can't really take my blood sugar now, can I? It's kind of scary to think that, as often as I forget to do it, my bestie, who is a nurse, was like, you're still more compliant than a lot of the diabetics we work with. Like, that's kind of scary to think, that there's people that are insulin dependent that don't take their blood sugar consistently. I'm like, that just boggles my mind. Because, you're insulin dependent, you've reached a level in your diabetes that, you're causing significant bodily harm by not monitoring yourself. Don't get me wrong, I realize that by drinking this super sugary coffee, I am not doing myself any good. I get that. And I will pay the consequences for that. Not only today, but, long term, I'm sure. But yeah, like I said, it just blows my mind that there's people that have severe diabetes that are not medication compliant, that are not, testing compliant. I'm like, wow. It's, and some of that could just come from the fact that, I've had some history. When I was a kid, my diabetes. Two of them were severe diabetic. One of them actually lost her eyesight, and I think eventually lost a limb and her life from the diabetes. So I have that experience in my mind. So I don't know, I just can't fathom being that severe of a diabetic and not taking care of yourself. But then I counter that I'm not that severe, and I don't want to be that severe, and yet I'm not taking care of myself. So I realize that I'm being a little hypocritical in my thoughts and in my feelings there. I get it. I am sleepy. It would be nice if I could get my sleep schedule figured out, but I'm like, this is the most sleep I've gotten in probably a week, sleeping in this morning. I've only been sleeping like 2 hours a night for the last week. I'm so over the insomnia. There's any other medications that, I don't know. I don't want to take any more medications. I'm tired. I hate that I have to take the 4 that I do. 5 if you count the CBD. I want to have to start taking a sleeping pill too. And honestly, I don't know. Because I've taken Seroquel before. And the very first time I took it, it knocked me on my butt. But every time after that, it energized me. So I'm like, and Seroquel's probably one of the strongest sleeping aids. So it doesn't give me a whole lot of room to go up from there. So I don't know what my options are. But I am home. I'm gonna take this prize into the house. Wow, the box that it's in is so dusty. Shows how long it's been since she's used it. Take my embroidery floss in the house. Take my shoes off. Get all snuggly on the couch and hopefully get a little closer to having this project finished. And it'll be off to cleaning the rooms. So thanks for coming along with me, and we'll catch up with you later. Bye.